Greetings from Lutti, Argentina. I am in the mountains that are just outside La Cruz in Córdoba Province, and I got a treat for you today. We are going to go and have an asado on a Gaucho property out in rural Argentina. This is an interesting video. I want you to stick along with it because you're going to learn a lot about Gaucho life and also what it is an asado looks like out where asado originated. Stay tuned. It's going to be great. We're here in Lutti, and that was quite the drive. We are getting an opportunity to visit Marcelo's friend Francisco and his house here in Lutti, which is very remote, and a little taste of what Gaucho life is truly like. This house has no electricity.
That painting are made by himself. all that horse.
See?
Can you see?
See.
All is made here. All by the father. He made the bar.
I like the bar.
The bull.
Yeah.
All that the horse.
And the family grew up here?
Yes, the family. Look, that house has more than the father, the mother here, and all them was born and grew up here. Look, the maqueta. He himself made the maqueta of the house. Is this house?
This is going to be a different asado here.
You see the paint?
Oh.
The horse. The
Right.
Familia Alvarez.
And that is on the Vaca C, the brand. Asia was built right into the house. Missing human company. It's más ver, no. No. Take, no, Marcelo. No. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, see, you have,
Yes.
aquí.
Sí, pero
That's,
it's different.
that is, see, yes, I do this all the time.
Oh.
These are naranjas. Supplies for the farm. What's important here is when you start the fire, you need to get the surface hot. So that way when you put the coals and the grill on top of it, it will retain the heat to cook the meat. I see. That nevera is older than me. Fire is going.
Eso es mocheja.
Mocheja is
Mocheja is
Thai mezclando. Dos chorizos. So let that rest. As opposed to he goes direct on. So other parillas, la madera es cerca de, and you move it under the grill, but here he is at right madera.
yes, but
Moves that off to the side to have a supply. All right, so it goes on the slowest. Yeah. So it's going to take about 15-20 minutes because it's low and slow here in the Parisha. So we're going to go and check out El Rio, the river on the property here.
Streets are nogales.
Okay.
Nueces, has nueces.
Oh, nueces? I see how the sheep escape here. And this is how we get under here. El Chorito. Oh, they have a parisha built in right here. For El Vino.
You can eat here in the shadow, taking it, serve a wine.
Going to have a dip here and go in the water. And because it's so private, we can enjoy this noodle. So no camera on at this point. That was a lovely dip in there. And no filming of me because I do not want to get a restricted rating on my YouTube. But that is a lovely place to take a dip. The water is absolutely crystal clear, and it is a mineral spring right here on the property. It's fantastic. Now we go back for the asado. But let's have another view of the farm.
Better.
We're busy discussing my idea of that compound I want to build with small houses or bungalows, as they call them here, with a central facility where there'd be a gym and a business center and a collective kitchen. And oh yeah, there's a kiosk at the top there. So I could see a place like this to do private dining. It would be fantastic. And all the meat would be grown on the farm. Fernando is calling us to, we can smell the meat from here. It is spectacular. Oh, pan en la parrilla. Oh, fantastic. I'm restricted by the knife, so I work with that. Chorizos, morcilla
y molleja
Y esto,
molleja y el ¿cómo se llama?
corte americano.
corte americano,
Corte obispo.
and that's Timus clan.
¿Y por qué no me dijiste que traía?
It's mascaro de
Sí.
okay.
Es lo más caro. Salud, Brian.
Salud.
Salud, Fernando.
Salud, Fernando.
Gracias.
Muy bien.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
No, por favor.
Now we're going for the chorizo. Perfecto.
What is the...
Fond de cave from Trapiche, which was a very good maker. So one thing that we were talking about was Fernando, who lives here, basically a gaucho and cowboy. Doesn't look like it, but that's the lifestyle here. He had a heart attack here, and because he lives here and there's no electricity here. He does have solar, but it only does so much. But he walked all night, he was quite scared. So he went from here to Lutti, which is there's a small clinic in Lutti, and they sent him to La Cruz. And La Cruz only has so many capabilities. And then they went to Villa de Belgrano, which is the next biggest regional center, so they could treat his heart attack. And eventually he went to Córdoba, which is the big city. Córdoba being the second biggest city here in Argentina. So one thing that when you are living in paradise, there are compromises you have to make. And one of those compromises are going to be on your health. He was also telling me that when he was away, there was a cow that died, and that became food for the dogs. And that is a bit of a challenge for a lot of people to think about. That the dogs here, they're going to eat whatever is available to them when there is no human around to feed them. And these guys, it looks like there's a lot of groundhogs around here. I don't know what the term is, but they seem quite big here. They also eat them. Again, rodents are quite delicious, but the dogs do eat them as well. And when they catch them and kill them, that's what they eat. So these dogs here, they seem very calm and tranquil, but they are hunters. And the cat, who has been begging for food here, I saw that it killed a bird, but rural cat, that's what they eat, as well as any of the small rodents available to it. That's life on the farm. But this is a wonderful little snapshot of what Gaucho life is here. It's challenging. They make a very nice life for themselves here. There's no electricity, but with solar panels, there's a certain amount of electricity that they can enjoy here. He does not have satellite internet, so he lives quite off the grid here. I'm quite happy to be able to be here and show you what this looks like. It's different. And a lot of people around the world, when they do go to rural areas, this is what life is like. They eat fresh eggs, they kill the animals, and that's the meat that they have. But he was also telling me about in winter when the pumas, the big cats, are in the area, they come down to the valley and they kill all of the strongest sheep. And sometimes they kill up to 30 of the sheep in one go, even though they're only going to eat one or two. And they really rip out their throat. And if you don't get the meat within the hour, the meat becomes bad, and that becomes food for the dogs or just to feed the dogs for a long time. Again, you have to really think about what life is like out here. Thinking about Fernando and his heart attack, he now has to cut out salt, no alcohol for him. Also, he needs to reduce his sugar intake. He has to make a lot of lifestyle changes. And when you live on a farm like this, and you are in a remote area, those changes become very hard. And he needs to evaluate whether or not he is going to stay here at the family farm or to move closer to another town. He has a sister in La Cruz. And the family, they tend to rely quite a bit on each other. And so he needs to think about what his life is going to be like now, given that he needs to take care of himself and change his life so that if he wants to live healthy and to live a longer life, that how he lived here is going to be very different. We tend to neglect these changes in our lives because, again, most of us live in urban environments where there are good medical services and that we have medications that are available to us via some sort of health plan. And in Argentina, very good health care. Fantastic. But again, it does follow a hierarchy. For those of you who know urban geography, more rural areas, lower order services that go towards more bigger cities where there are higher order services. So he needs to think about if he now has 3 stents and has had a cardiac event. Life is different now. And I'm going to turn 62 this year. He's only 50. So he has a lot more time to think about how he needs to live his life. And I hope that you are thinking about this as you're watching this, to realize that, how lucky we are wherever we live, that we have good medical services, whereas he has to change his entire life because of these cardiac events, on what he needs to consider in his path forward. It's tricky. That is one of the realities of rural life. That, those people who are providing us our food, this is the reality of what they live through. So it's after lunch, and let me show you a little bit more around the spot here. This is the aftermath of the parisha. Fernando and Marcelo are cleaning up. The wine is finished. And let's show you what the bathroom looks like here. El baño. There's a sink here and washing area. Una ducha, which is a shower. And yes, a bidet, which is essential. And a inodoro, which is the Argentinian word for toilet. And over here, we have a bedroom. And there are one small bed here, another small bed here, a double here, and we have the motorbikes for the house here. That's a picture of the parents, and all the children were raised here, and they went to that school that we drove by, and yes, very Catholic. It's very quiet out here, and for those who love that, it's lovely. There is a fire pit out here that looks like it is used for heating, and that looks like it's part of the sewage system. As Fernando is going to have a rest, we are going to go exploring, and we're going to go to the other sendero, which is another swimming hole here on near the property, and I think we have to go and climb through some fences again to go and check that out. We have to be careful because of the cow. It's a bull? No, that's not a bull. I don't see anything hanging from below its belly that looks like a poja. And bones? If you've been to northern England and seen the Roman constructions, this looks very familiar. They built a lot of stone walls there, and here in Argentina, Pirca. They are owls flying here during the day. And biscachas, which are like, I'm gonna guess like prairie dogs. You have to keep an eye out for bulls because sometimes they don't like you on their territory and they will headbutt you. Anticoralico, okay, for the cows over there. Oh yes, the bujos. They're making a lot of noise at us. Watch out for the gobar. We're looking for the sendero, which is a swimming spot in the river. The cows are starting to avoid us, and apparently there was an announcement that humans are around, so beware. Not many males around here, mainly females and their calves. There's a pregnant cow right there. Apparently we are at the swimming hole. We have to walk down a bit. One thing I've learned hanging around Marcelo, be prepared to go to interesting places and challenge yourself in where you are going to be climbing down to enjoy something spectacular. Over there is a lovely swimming hole. And this really is one of the elements that I have discovered here in Argentina. The beauty of these amazing, pristine rivers where you can swim and enjoy that lovely clean water. There are few countries in the world that you could really enjoy this privilege. And on a remote property, on a Gaucho property, this is incredible, like nothing else in the world. You know, one thing that defines tourists and travelers is a traveler would take the time to go beyond traditional attractions and sites that are in the TripAdvisor or in the guides to try to discover a little bit more of what the country is about, but also what built the country and what the culture and spirit is in the country and what contributes to the identity of the country. The Gaucho is a very strong symbol of Argentina, southern Brazil, Uruguay, and when you're out here, you really do get that sense of what built this country. You know, it's a spirit of, you know, coming out here, putting up with no electricity, raising the animals. You know, it's rough. It is rough. And, you know, you are going to face challenges. but there is a spirit here that is like no other, that helps you understand what really is at the soul of Argentina. You know, you can come to Buenos Aires, that's one thing, and experience what the porteños experience. But once you get outside of that, out on the Pampa and in the sierras, with the chickens and the sheep and the cows and the horses and the wide open spaces, there's nothing like this. It's incredible. And the little ritual of mate, there's nothing quite like it. A hit of high caffeine mate. So we're gonna wrap up here in Lutti. I got to swim naked in a swimming pool, what they call senderos here. I got to enjoy another version of asado, which is, and also have the thymus gland, which is something that I have not had before, which is actually a very expensive cut. And I got to experience what that solitary, rural Gaucho life is like here in Argentina, and which is very typical and has been a tradition in the country for, you know, for centuries. And I got to share that with you. I also want to thank Fernando and Marcelo for Marcelo's friend is Fernando, and Fernando's family, the Alvarez family, and to let me onto their property to film and also to experience what life is like out here in this part of Argentina. It's almost a dead center, but we are near some of the highest peaks in the central part of the country, outside of the Andes and Patagonia, and it's been a real treat. I hope to come back here someday. It's been wonderful. And we're going to make our way back to La Cruz, and I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks again for watching. And I hope that you got a little slice of life here and learned a little bit about the Alvarez family and also what Gaucho life is like, the ups and downs of it, and also some of the realities of being out in living in this part of Argentina. It's quite something. All right, folks, stick with me. Keep watching my videos. I'm always thankful for the time you spend for me. And, you know, as I learn more asado, I'm out here learning too and sharing with you to go out there and you know what to do. Taste the world.